Hello. Hello. Just taking a second to get this update done first. I need to go shopping this evening. This won't be a super long stream, unfortunately. Probably like 5:30. 5:30 Eastern. We shall see. It's gonna suck when I find out that all of this stuff is completely copyrighted and I'm being fooled by this possible non-DMCA song. Playlist. Really slowed down on my words there. Let me just get back to where I should be. I was grinding out off-stream some Dark Knight as well as some Ethereal Currents. That way, I can now fly in Garlemald. Thank God. Let me try the camera in a different position. If I put it like... It is a bit more flattering to me this way, I will admit. Song's good. Oh, it's mixing in with the... That's what I thought. Sorry, I really just had to let this song play out. Alright. Swap back over to Monk here. And put the gameplay scene. Hooray! Where was I going next here? Bestaway's Burrow, where we met the Loporits, I believe. A group of rabbits that look like mice, kind of. Not the clearest design in the world. The name is the only thing that told me otherwise, as well as the name of everywhere else in here. Of everything else in here. I personally was not a fan of the direction this has gone since the last time I was on. And I'll tell you, my opinion has changed slightly. I don't know. I'm still not a fan. I don't understand why the Loporits don't know that humanity isn't like super tall, considering they were made after the Sundering happened. Ascians were not themselves after the Sundering, and You expect me to believe that Heidelin sundered all of those people, split them up into 14 separate versions. Their souls got minimized and reincarnated as like other beings. And she didn't take a single second to look over and be like, all right, I'm going to make this place for them to stay. Like, what do they need now? Like, what are they now? And then she's like, oh, wait, no, these are not Ascians anymore. And instead, she created all of these Loporrits to house, well, not Ascians, but the ancient ones. Like full-on, like, 15 feet tall. I find that weird. Why would she not have prepped better for that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I wasn't a fan of that. And then I'm still getting over the whole fact that we just fought Zodiark. I thought Zodiark was gonna be like a really big thing. Like this huge thing of like, it's the final story, the final tale between Heidelin and Zodiark. And here we are. He's dead. I guess. We'll see. Styled a hero, Livingway is eager to show you more of the moon's wonders.
I think we've had our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to other necessities, shall we? Our clothing production is sure to impress. This way.
I don't remember what her voice is like, but it was something close to that. High pitch, childish, bit posh on top of that somehow. I probably didn't even need to go up here. No, I definitely did. Whatever, we make our choices, we move on. So why are there monsters, or like robots trying to kill us here? Why is that a thing that's happening?
Here we are, the apparel production station.
That was what the... I think I just had some weird version of an accent stroke. Alright.
We've chosen to employ more traditional methods for this task, creation magics. Heidelin, in her infinite wisdom, blessed us with the selfsame affinity for magic her people possessed. We have other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them, but I will regale you with the details another time. That said, we did run into a spot of trouble at first. Our magic alone was not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized ether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us with the extra V we need.
My, how resourceful.
Ah, the sweet sound of recognition. You will also be impressed to hear we've read all about your habit of changing attire to match your chosen profession. For the sake of efficiency, I presume. This has also been taken into account with our designs. But why take my word for it when you can simply try on our clothes? Make yourselves known to the workers and they will see to the rest.
I don't see a clothing store of any kind. So this should be interesting. Also, why would she have built this place for the Ancient Ones in the first place? They had creation magics. They could literally just, like, make whatever. They don't need this. Am I wrong? What? I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know why this place is built for the ancient ones. Doesn't make sense.
It's you, one of the visitors from Aetherius. Goodness me, Mapping Way wasn't kidding. You really are smaller than the Watcher. Oh, right. You're here to try on a set of clothes, yes? What would you have me fashion for you today?
An outfit that embodies my bloodlust.
Embodies your what? Ahem. This will only take a moment. There we are, all finished. A perfect fit, if I do say so myself. I'd be lying if I said I understand what bloodlust is, but I assume it's something you enjoy. I made certain the clothes are flexible yet sturdy enough to endure, whatever it is you plan to do while wearing them. Would you look at that? Speechless! And there I thought you may not like it. If you've a mind to try something else, why not speak with my fellow artisans? I'm sure they'd be happy to oblige.
You must continue wearing these garments or progress. Here's back to your normal garments if you move too far away. The music fighting that thing is a bit 7-esque mixed with Pokemon. It's interesting.
Ah, no one said you'd be coming. How can I help you? You wish to try my clothes, really? Of course, it would be my honor. Did you have anything in mind?
Anything with a little more flair?
I think I can handle that. Let's see. This should do.
Does it just go over top my old clothes?
Some of my best work yet. Times and tastes truly have changed. It used to be so rare for anyone to request clothing with a focus on form over function. Thankfully, I had a spare concept for robes made using a different fabric. I think it looks rather fetching. I was worried how the concept would turn out when put to the proof, but it looks stunning on you. Why don't you go and show Living Way? I'm sure she's eager to see what we've come up with.
I feel like I'm progressing through a relic quest, but with my clothes. Loud. Hemingway, what do you think? I think the trench coat makes me look fat. The robe, I guess. I should put like a leopard print on it. This isn't the worst outfit I've seen. I'll be real. I've seen people wear like worse outfits, not just because they're low level.
My, don't we look splendid? The result of much trial and error, but I know quality work when I see it. Shh, you needed to speak. I can see your adoration for the moon and wheel operates in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same having sampled our creations.
Oh. Oh. Do they all have masks? Sorry to have kept you waiting. I insisted we sample all of their concepts ere we returned. Verily, 'tis an ensemble most becoming. Of course he's into it. Look at him. He looks the nicest out of all four of us. I think it's past time we return these clothes. Please tell me Ariane Jay's the only one who doesn't. I don't know.
I was so confident our garments would meet with your approval. Whatever are we doing wrong? The Watcher taught us that, in his time, everyone wore the same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought we could appeal to modern taste by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but...
Please, you mustn't be so hard on yourself. We should resort to evacuating the people of Aetherius. They will most certainly have need of your attire. 'Tis clear you spared no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we are not quite so homogeneous. Homogeneous? Homogeneous? Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my tastes, even if it is of inferior make. But there are others whose choices may be influenced by traditions or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and their potential preferences. I feel we've underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we'd memorized every tome we received, I doubt we'd have fared much better. Maybe we're doing you a disservice trying to shower you with our baubles and frippery, thinking it was for your benefit when you'd be better off on your own. There are some who might agree, people who prefer to keep others at arm's length, even when they know they shouldn't. As one such former fool, I'd like to ask you a question. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it count for the reflections of the source as well?
Not that I'm aware of. We were born of Heidellin's love for Aetherius, and the salvation of the people on that star, and that star alone has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than to divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all.
I suppose you're right. No, I did not say that. I suppose you're right.
Living Way,
Might we have leave to explore Bestway's burrow unattended? You've given us much to think about.
Why, certainly.
Until later, then. If I may, I should like to accompany thee a while longer.
Really? I mean, you're more than welcome to. There is actually something I wish to speak with you about. Let's be off then, shall we?
I don't know what I expected. That was really fast. I almost wonder if this wasn't created by Heidelin. I mean, those wall mount pieces over there look like Omega's face. Could be Allegan. Although Omega wasn't Allegan. Omega was from the outer space. I mean, it's more than likely Heidelin created this place. She created the moon to trap Zodiark, and the moon is like a transport, supposedly. But I don't know. It's just so weird she would create something like this. It just doesn't align with Heidelin's like style, I think is the first word that I would use.
My apologies. I wasn't trying to spy or anything. Everyone's been talking about the visitors come from Aetherius, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I was excited at first, but now I'm worried. What if the people of Aetherius refuse to come? What if we can't save them? It's clear we've made a mess of things. Oh, but wait, you still haven't visited the domiciles. Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is, I'm sure of it. I'll be waiting for you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growing Way, by the way. See you soon.
Yeah, I feel bad for them. I feel like Heidelin did not very smartly prepare any of this at all. This is all horrendously prepared. I just feel like, I don't know. Something's off. Something's off.
You're here! You're really here! Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry, what should I call you? Moa Metal, eh? Crikey, even your names are amazing. Well, Moa Metal, we'll be using this teleporter to enter the residential area. Whenever you're ready.
Like an actual residential area? Is this like where you can go get homes? Cause that's sick.
Ready in the teleporter.
Okay. I thought I assumed that all of them were girls, or at least all of them had high-pitched voices, because I could have sworn most of them sounded the exact same when they talked in the cutscene. But now that I think about it, I may have only been listening to the leader in actually voice, like actually have a voice. So that caught me off guard. I can't wait to find out that this is Fandaniel that took over the body of Elaborate.
Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
Yo, bro, what? Okay, I'm just like a bit further up, right? It's not that bad. Could be worse. What's with the lighting?
Private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting.
Classic relationship communication.
If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Atheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand? Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
I'm so glad I didn't have to read that word. I think I know it's assuage, but I probably still would have said assuage.
Such a task.
Assuage. Something stupid.
You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work. Oh, quite good at pretending that's the case, at least.
He liked his
Calm,
outfit.
Collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too. You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
Asuage or Asuagi. True.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
Come again?
Ah, idle musings. 'Tis no trifle, thou dost ask. Yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Was he referring to the fairies that liked him because of the way?
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I was terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again.
I feel bad
Otherwise-
for them. I feel really bad for them. Like, I don't dislike their characters at all. I actually really think they're cute and fun. I just find it... Well, I think we should work from two fronts. I think we should prepare the moon for travel, and I think we should also probably figure out a way to stop the final days. Like, seriously, like, it's clearly... Because my point was... The one part of my theory that was correct, or my understanding that was correct, because I got a lot of things wrong on my theories, is that the final days were not caused because of creation magics. There is an evil force that is uprooting itself in the weaker parts of the celestial ether currents. Whatever those are. Maybe it has something to do with the 12. But, I don't know.
Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promise to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed for now, I've rerouted the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. A shame you couldn't see it, though. You really would have liked it.
Hey, travel between floors is awesome enough, dude. That sword is actually kind of... Hold on.
Oh, that is a sick looking sword. I like that sword a lot. That is such a cool sword. That's such a clean design. Oh my god.
I love that. It's so good. Hold on, let me grab my pizza from downstairs. Be back in just a second. Ow! My foot! By the way, leave a... how does anyone feel about the new camera position? Instead of at an angle, it's straight on a bit more. Does it look better? I know that I look better not in profile, like every other human being on this planet. What is it about people in, like, profile that they all just, like, look worse? And even more so to themselves. It's very odd. Yeah, that is true. But that wasn't the question. It was not the question. Can't just say stuff that I already know I need to do. It's my parents talking to me about chores. I'm gonna grab a plate. I can't just like eat out of the box while I'm trying to play a game. Although I grabbed the Gryffindor plate, which is a lie. I'm not Gryffindor. Sorry, not Gryffindor. It was essentially like a 60-40 tie between Slytherin and Ravenclaw. But Slytherin, of course, won out on that. That's the most amount of fizz ratio to soda I've ever seen in my life. It was literally like 1/5 of the cup was soda, and the rest of it was fizz. That's insane. Today I have become a true gamer. I have Little Caesars pizza, and I'm drinking Pepsi, which I don't even really like. I only drink soda because I have to drink soda with pizza. It's just a little too slimy for me. I get a little texture sick. But I'm drinking it out of a My Hero Academia cup. I feel like that's the most gamer move I could do. Technically, Mountain Dew out of a My Hero Academia cup would probably be the most gamer move I could do. Plus Ultra. Nice. Alright. All's veil that ends veil? Okay.
It may not seem like it, but we've been planning for this far longer than I'd care to admit. Each time we woke up, we'd have long discussions about how to save as many of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this or that. But the one thing we all agreed upon was that the people of Aetheris wouldn't take action to save themselves until it was far too late. Wow. That is so true. About any intelligent species, I think that's absolutely true. That's why we're striving to make the moon a vibrant, magical place they'd hop at the chance to visit, rather than waiting for the flames of oblivion to get them off their tails and force them to accept our invitation. Residential quarters may not be up to the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places worth seeing. You've already had a look around the Caratorium, but wait until you see what's waiting for you at the east end of the burrow. Follow me.
An issue wherein the polygon count of grapes and Labyrinthos were reduced in excess to alleviate system memory usage in the area. They have been adjusted to be comparable to those found at the Crystarium. Remember us. Remember that we once lived. Hold on, I forgot to get new pants. Forgot to get new pants. What a fool I am. These are good legs. For the... I mean, they're the same outfit. I guess the current ones I had on, or the ones I did have on, weren't really working. Wait, can I do this now? I can't. No clue where I have all that dye from, but I have it. I guess in my saddlebag. Oh, I gotta go down? I walk through these things? Oosh. Some of them are still asleep. Growing way. Good you're here. Through this door is the greatest endless Inn's Vale. It was named as such because it's the veil to end all veils. The most beautiful forest you'll ever see. We understand the people of Aetherius enjoy taking leisurely walks through natural spaces and the like, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. How about we start with a nice stroll to the fountain? This way. This is probably the one part they got right. Never mind. They did not. The grass is stone. The trees are made out of glass. So, what did you think of the forest? Isn't it positively pleasant? Simply sublime. Right you are. Our forest is made of crystals and constructs, dotting the landscape as far as the eye can see. Building this place was a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we've never seen trees in person before, let alone a forest. The information sent by our collaborators was quite enlightening, but after much deliberation, we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living trees. And thanks to our atmospheric circulation system, this place produces air as clean as you'd find in a forest on Aetherius. The fountain here behind us, powered by the rather large crystal adorning its top, plays a vital role in supplying us with fresh water. Much time and effort was spent making it the most spherical of spheres, and I dare say the unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. I enjoyed nothing more than a nice long stretch and a spot of relaxation whenever I come up here. You look like you could do it with a stretch yourself. What do I keep eating? That's the spirit. I feel more relaxed simply watching you. I feel like I can do the English accent better when I got food in my mouth.
a site worth the many years spent building this place. It's not too much to ask. It's always been a dream of mine to take a walk through this forest with someone from Aetherius. Could we maybe... Hey, yo, bro, you asking me on a date? Normally I'd say no. World's kind of in peril. But you're being sweet, so yes. You will? Oh, be still, my quivering whiskers. I was thinking, Moa Metal. I suppose I gotta edit this into a video. Not a very appealing video if I'm just like munching. Whatever. Or hey, maybe I'll pull a mukbang audience in. I don't know. I was thinking, Mohametal, that I could be more helpful to you by teaching you a little about the moon and what it is we do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiac, and there was absolutely nothing to be found here. Eventually, Hydaelyn gave us our first task: furnish the moon with propulsion systems capable of facilitating travel to other stars. It sounds impressive, and I suppose in some respects it is. But it was only possible thanks to all the knowledge Hydaelyn shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years, give or take. But anyway, let's keep going. Are you 6,000 years old? Or has your people just had 6,000 years? Which one is it? Can I taste the rainbow? What? No! I'm not sure what it is you do with crystals here on Aetherius, but we don't eat them. And certainly not this one. It's possessed of all 6 elements: wind, lightning, fire, earth, ice, and water. We use crystals like these to maintain the moon's elemental equilibrium. It's worth mentioning, though, that because of Hydaelyn's influence, being the embodiment of tranquility and stasis and all, manipulating the elements here is different than it might be on Aetherius. By conjuring a fire would sooner dry your clothes than singe them, for example. Put simply, the etheric conditions are ill-suited to growth, which is why the surface is mostly barren. Of course, this is all necessary to keep the raging energies of Zodiac in check. Interesting. This may come as a surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable areas until after the propulsion systems were ready. Considering how long it took, I wish we'd started sooner. Who would have thought we'd need 4,000 years to make all this? It certainly wasn't work you dare rush either. We had to create infrastructure. I thought there were other letters. We had to create infrastructure and countless supporting systems, some of which wouldn't be operational until hundreds of years later. And then there was that brief period where our productivity came to a screeching halt, when that bizarre red satellite was sent up from Aetherius. The Allegan's mischief, I think. We thought maybe some new nefarious actor was colluding with Zodiac. All we could do was stand by and brace ourselves for the worst. I can't tell you how relieved we were when Hydaelyn informed us of its destruction. Oh yes, there was much joyous humming that day. I keep looking where my camera used to be. Oh, much joyous humming, huh? Let me tell you about the 7th Umbral Calamity, and the rest of them. Say, do you notice anything peculiar about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact they're massive crystals and not trees. I'll give you a hint. It's the golden rings emanating from the glowing spheres, along with a device fixed near the ceiling. They fulfill a role similar to our sun, and do so better even. The sun and similar celestial objects in the great expanse radiate energy that is harmful to your bodies. These rings shield you from that energy while allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight, or rather, a close approximation of it. Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if you look closely, you'll see different types of trees have ever so slightly different curvature. Yes, indeed, this forest truly is the greatest. We should take Growing Way to a forest. A real one. Be a great place for him to all of a sudden be killed off by the Final Fantasy writers. There was something else I wanted to tell you about. Oh, right. The propulsion systems and habitat facilities were completed around 2,000 years ago, and with that, the most important features were fit for purpose. Which was all well and good, except we still knew absolutely nothing about the present-day people of Aetheris. Why not go in and visit Aetheris yourself, you might ask? Strictly forbidden. Were our technology or knowledge of the moon's true purpose exploited for evil ends, the results could be disastrous. There were even a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to converse with Hydaelyn. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we beseeched her to find people on Aetheris we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked out as it did. So she talked with them, said they were 6,000 years, 2,000 years ago they finished the systems, and there were more rejoinings. So for 4,000 years she had time to explain to them, don't build it for the size of the Ancients. She had that much time. 4,000 years to take 2 seconds to be like, don't build the moon for the Ancients. They're smaller, they're not kids. Anything at all. Anything at all. 4,000 years. And then on and off for another 2,000. With the exception of routine inspections and maintenance, we remained asleep and waited, hopeful Hydaelyn would find someone who would help us. Eventually she did, and though her power was waning, we were able to speak to them directly for a short while. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens and a means to travel here to the moon. They certainly didn't waste any time with what we taught them. No more than a few years after, our collaborators found a means to convey messages and supplies to us from down below. With all the letters, books, and other resources they sent, we learned enough to start making more meaningful changes to the moon. And now you're here, hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am. I knew you would like the greatest Innsvale. I knew it! Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I know it was just a walk through the forest, but it meant a lot to me. There you are. I take it you've already received the Grand Tour. Shame we missed it. Growing Way, I've been looking all over for you. Oh, is this about the teleporter to the residential area? No, never mind that. We have more pressing matters at hand. I will be calling an emergency meeting shortly. Okay, there I actually hit my mic, so sorry. And your attendance is required. Really? I can't imagine why you'd need me there. What if you insist? You won't be away long, so you all are more than welcome to continue looking about the burrow. Now come along, Growing Way. Before we arrived, you seemed to be in the midst of a rousing conversation with your guide. Did you learn anything of import? Wait. I missed 12,000. What? $12,000 years? And Hydaelyn couldn't have said anything? Bro. Also, dude, Emmett Selk. Man. What a life he led. 12,000 years old. At the very least. That's not to even say, like, how long he was alive back when the world was one. When Aetheris was whole. So now the light's too bright from the outside. And I'm like... Whatever. Get a blackout curtain and a light.
The appointed hour fast approaching, I can certainly understand their restlessness, but still. It remains to be seen if the people can be persuaded to evacuate when there are yet no signs of the final days. What's more, the technology of this place defies imagination. I doubt there are many who would readily come to terms with living in such surroundings. Whoever these collaborators are, unless they are possessed of the world's most charming personalities or means to forcibly evacuate people, they will meet with a great deal of resistance. Indeed, even if faced with annihilation, the decision to forsake all one knows cannot be made lightly. I feel like it's obvious who they are. I can't believe we don't realize who they are. Forgive me, friends, but I must beg your leave. There is another matter which yet begs for mine attention. Of course, we can accompany you if you like. Nay, that will not be necessary, if you'll excuse me. It is clear now that difficult decisions lie ahead of us. Preparation for the evacuation of Aetheris is indeed crucial, but I am not yet willing to forsake our world and its reflections, and I trust I am not alone in my reticence. Reticence. Interesting word. By now, I think I could tell when his friends are up to something. Back to old tricks. Bro, when will there be a DLC? Sorry, I keep looking not at the camera. When will there be a DLC in which Urian J doesn't betray us? Or lie to us, at the very least. Only for it to be a double cross. Or like a, sorry, I thought it was for the greater good. It's like, just tell us next time, idiot. Urian J seems strange to you. More so than usual, I mean. I know he has a penchant for keeping his own counsel, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. Would you go and see if he's alright? Nishola and I will remain here and see what else we can learn about the final days. If you hurry, perhaps you can catch up to him. I'm gonna do this so I have time to eat my food. And I gotta admire the forest. Yeah, no, it's not conducive to modern day human life at all. Honestly, so like I said earlier, and I don't know if you were here, Chris, but one of the other reasons why I don't understand why Hydaelyn did all this, I understand they needed to escape. I understand the ship part, right? First off, I don't feel like these rabbits are her style, in my personal opinion. She's never done anything like this weird and cutesy before, ever. Right. So she's never done anything this weird and cutesy. The other thing is like, as my argument before, like, why did she build this for the Ascians? Why did she never tell them humans are different? On top of the fact that why would she need to build it in this way if, not Ascians, the ancient ones, I keep wanting to say the Ascians, but why would she want to build it this way and spend all that time doing that and just focus on the ship part? Because the ancient ones had creation magics still. Because, like, I'm pretty sure, again, creation magics do not cause the final days. Say the creation magics, they don't need, like, they could have made these creatures themselves. Right? Like, I don't I don't really get it. I'm gonna let the explanations come and from the game, and I'll make a more finalized decision on whether or not this just doesn't make sense later. But right now, it's really confusing. He's escaping. Get him. The little astronauts. It has nothing to do with what they are. They just don't need to be here. If they were built for the ancient ones could have made all their own food, all their own clothes. They could have made these creatures, killed these creatures, and make them again. They didn't need any of this. They only needed the ship. They only needed the ship because Hydaelyn was able to help create the entire moon, and then they could have gone up there themselves and then made the ship. Yeah, they were expecting ancients. So like, I find it weird that they have all this resource collection needed when they like could make their own with no like strenuous effort. I don't know. It's not like awful writing because I haven't, yeah, I noticed, because I haven't like gotten all of the details on like what happened, what her thought process was when this happened. Maybe she had a concussion after sundering and was like, I should make rabbits build a resource facility for those who can make literally anything they want. What is he doing? There's like nowhere to hide. I'll try the rock. Luckily, my character is exactly short enough for that to work. I don't know if that actually matters, but I feel like it does. Oh, shoot. Ayo, bro. Ayo, bro. Watch you. Ayo, bro. Oh, God. Oh, slow down. Watch out for the bear. Oh, God. Hurry on, Jay. Your face. I'm going to lose him. I'm going to lose him. Oh. I'll lose him because I'm bad at stealth in a game that's not built for it. Oh god. Oh, thank god. Didn't even matter. Hell yeah, duty complete. I can't wait to find out that Yoshola was following me, and then Tancred was following her.
Thine arrival is timely as ever.
Of course, bro. When you're being sus, I just gotta assume you're doing right for the group, but in a dumb way.
Thou didst chance to overhear my conversation with Living Way, I presume? 'Twas not move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again. Is it so plain that these strangers could intuit it at a glance? My capacity for silence and secrecy and duplicity? And Grahatir did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life. I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy. Would that I could say the same for Minfilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain brokered by my hand were the scions robbed of a dear comrade, and Flamine her beloved daughter. Two souls, whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest. But protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward. No effort did I make to seek out alternatives, ones that would not demand such terrible costs. That resignation weigheth heavy on my mind, as does the memory of another lost to mine inaction. Dearest Moonbringer, who did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Ascians. In her hour of need, I did naught. Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good. Had I shut mine eyes and bid her live instead, mayhap she would be with us today. Selfish wants, born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation. The calamity of Amarot was a tragedy beyond reckoning, one which must never again come to pass. Thus must we struggle, haunted by ghosts of those we have lost, clinging to those we pray we can yet save. But what of those we cannot? How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity? Sage counsel indeed. I see. Wisdom as befits a great worm. Curious that he should think thee in need of such encouragement. Strange. Scarcely can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so candidly. I thank thee. For all my supposed skill with words, I find it difficult to express such private thoughts. As for the Loporrit's proposition, I will take time and consider how to respond. 'Twould be to our mutual benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. A concern I should be glad to address on the Scion's behalf. To dispense with all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed. But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before. And today.
What are they saying? Curse these ears! I've heard bugger all! No matter. We've got our plans.
Why did that feel so villainous, that smile she just had? I literally feel like, I don't know. I don't know if that smirk's supposed to be like a trick, so then like they do something you think is sinister and then it ends up being adorable, or if it's like they were never made by Hydaelyn at all. They've been evil this entire time, or so. I don't know. Bum, ba, ba. Your meme in Discord? No. That's good. It's funny. I don't like those shoes, though. I don't even think if I dyed them, I'd like them. Nope. I don't want them to not be purple. Nope. Take care of it later. Can really see my feet anyway. Setting things straight, J is quite glad for your company. I thank thee for accompanying me. It is a simple plan, in truth. We shall not be long away from Bestway's burrow. Difficult decisions must needs be made in the coming days, but I nevertheless believe we are all of one mind in our desire to save the people of Aetheris. To make clear our resolve to the Loporrits, I would offer them a gift, but its making doth require a most singular ingredient. Yeah? Oh boy. Ah, an abundance of spongi. Spongoi. Spongios. An abundance of sponge. Excellent. I chanced to spy this aggregation when crossing Zodiac's erstwhile prison. Using a spell taught to me by the Numo, I believe these shall suffice for the gift I would fashion. The magic requireth considerable concentration, however. Might I prevail upon thee to stand watch whilst I perform the incantation? I clicked on myself. Cool and good. Surveying the nearby area, you see no sign of potential threats. This would be a good opportunity to see how Orion J is faring. Orion J remains fixated on his work. There. 'Tis done. A magicked ink. Every ons is efficacious than the last. Rare is the occasion I would conjure my own, but is nevertheless a most useful skill. The resulting product is admittedly possessed of no preternatural properties, but its hue is of one of my own choosing, which I pray the Loporets will appreciate. Oh, metal! Orionje! Oh, thank goodness. I thought you had been eaten. Perhaps fallen into a crater. Oh, no, it's not, thank goodness.
Y'shtola has been looking all over for you, Metal. She says she needs to speak with you about something most urgent, dire even. She was also quite clear that she wishes to speak with Metal alone, which means I'm afraid you must stay behind, Orionje. But worry not. It just so happens that we need your help with an errand, delivering a package from the Watcher's Palace to Bestway's Burrow. It's quite large and heavy, perhaps even too heavy, for we poor Loporets, and we would be ever so grateful if you could lend us a hand.
You know, that's convenient. Suspiciously convenient.
Are you insinuating I would betray the trust of Heidel's chosen? Or worse, do anything to risk getting on Y'shtola's bad side? She's clearly not one to be crossed, nor made to wait. Now off with you.
Hurry not, Metal. I shan't be long. I can't believe I'm about to get betrayed by a bunch of Loporets for probably a gag. Or a desperate attempt to try and impress us. Either way, I can't believe this is about to happen to me. We haven't even been to the north west side. I guess I haven't been to the further north east side as well. And maybe there's a little bit of a cavern or some kind over there, but I sincerely doubt that there's much to that south east area. Could be wrong. Could be very wrong. I don't know, with Endwalker. Can I just jump off? No, because there's a pit. Yeah, I'm gonna drop 70 gil. Drop a little change. Her. Lower, I still yet need to go. Wait, what am I doing? I got all these new mounts, like literally 2 nights ago. I gotta pull one on the mount. I'm gonna pull up the Nightmare Horse. Nightmare Horse. I need to get the last few birds. And then, isn't there aren't there a bunch of mounts that are like wolves of some kind? I think there's a bunch of mounts that are wolves. I need to get those as well. Get the light sprider this way. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I really just need to. I seriously just need to grab a blackout curtain. Could also do that. Stormblood Trials drop doggos, yeah. Okay. Sick. Oh, more metal. We thought you would be away for longer. Didn't you need me? Dire emergency? I said no such thing. As you are here, could you use your assistance with one small matter? Runningway, a companion of Growing Ways, apparently has much to tell us of the final days. The problem, however, is that he is determined to live up to his name, refusing to stay still long enough for us to hold a conversation. Is there anywhere he's likely to stop and rest? Or perhaps there's a way to slow him down?
What's the rush? I was thinking we should wait here. Maybe enjoy a cold mug of carrot juice and... No? Well, if it's really that important, you can try using these balls of moose flesh. Not to be confused with the other thing. Runningway's other notable feature is his incessant chatter, so you'll have no trouble finding him in a crowd, and when you do, try lobbing your balls at him. Crude, but if it proves effective. He was here in Greatest Innsvale when last I saw him. Let us split up and find him. Search your surroundings for Runningway. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target Runningway and throw moose balls at him. Oops. Maybe that was him. Wait. That was him over there. Or wait. Incessant chatter. Ow, that's smart. If it was meant to be a joke, it isn't funny. I didn't think it would be that easy. I thought it'd be a bit harder to be like, oh, there's this one thing you think might be running away, but it's not. No, it's just the only one running and talking. Yes, I'm running away. Do you mind explaining why you hit me in the face with your balls of moose flesh?
An actor must control their emotions. Okay. Yep. I'm highly knowledgeable about the final days. Ha! That's the most ridiculous thing I've heard since I woke up. Who told you that joke? As if we've got the time to look into the final days when there's so much to do before the great voyage. It's true that Heidelin did impart to us some knowledge of the event, but I know about as much as any other lawbird around here. Less, probably. I don't know why anyone would think it's funny to go around telling people I'm an expert, but they better hope I don't get my paws on them. Sorry I couldn't be of more help, but if there's nothing else, I've work to do. And I'm all... Oh god. I could find neither hide nor hair of him. How did you fare? So, he knows no more than the others. Care to explain yourself, Growing Way? Well, you see, I misremembered. Yes, that's it. I misremembered. Terribly sorry about that. Afraid I'm drawing a blank, though. Try as I might, I can't remember who I was thinking of. On an unrelated note, what of Urion J? I assume you spoke with him earlier, but did he say when he'll be returning? On his way to the Watcher's Palace, with Livingway. Between Growing Way's sudden lapse of memory and our lack of other leads, maybe our time would be better spent lending Urion J a hand. What? Now hold on a moment. It's all coming back to me. Yes, I remember. The information you're looking for is in the archives. Yes, that's where you'll find all sorts of useful knowledge, including that pertaining to the final days. What? What is that, dude? I've never seen that one before. What? Chris, that is sick. I've never seen anyone use this before. Did this come out recently, or did people just not use this? Why do people not use this? That's so cool. Hi. What's it feel like being in the Shadow Realm? What? That's so cool. Very recent and very hard to get. That's so cool. Oh my god. Where do you get it from? They have like 48-hour cooldowns and are defeated in minutes of spawning. Yikes. So you have to be there, and you have to sit there, and you gotta be fast. Oh, what to do, what to do? I promised Livingway I would help, but... No, I promised I'd help, so that's what I'll do.
The archives are on the second floor of the main plaza, the eastern wing. Follow me. I suspect the Loporits are up to something. But if there is aught to be learned of the final days, I think it best we play along. For now, at least. That's cute. Wait, why did I pull that up? I don't know which one I'm gonna like the most. Purple. I should have considered it to play Rama's music. Rate my singing out of 10. I gotta go up. So you guys doing some raids tonight? Is that happening? 9.85, that's way higher than I thought I would get. Thank you. Wow, I'm so honored. This is not the way I need to go. Like at all. You ever just schmooze and don't pay attention to where you're going? You've been tinnitus if you're singing in the top of your absolute top of your lungs. We fall. Nice burb. Nice dragon burb. Ayo, bro. Stop following me, dude. It's creepy. Creepy. What are you? Oh, he's got the monster hunter mount. He's got the monster hunter. He's too cool for school. The archives are right at this door, but it seems to be locked. I guess we'll just have to go in and find whoever has the key. Growing way, enough. If you have naught else to tell us of the final days, you need only say so. We can ill afford to be wasting time here, as you well know. Did you yourselves not tell us we must act quickly? Yes, we did, but the moon was to be a perfect paradise for the people of Aetheris, and we're running out of time to make everything ready for their arrival. We hoped you'd see the wonders we have to offer, but you found nothing but faults and flaws in our work. Only one of you saw our potential, so you others must be kept here. Ah, so that's the Living Ways game. Run us about in circles, and failing that, lock us away so we can't put the plan at risk. Everyone except Orion J. He understands what is at stake, what must be done. I fear you misjudged us, Growing Way. Never have we decreed the notion of using the moon as a means of escape. That said, my heart breaks at the thought of abandoning Aetheris and her reflections to their doom. If there is a way to avert the final days, I wish to find it. We all do. We may fail, but our efforts would never be at the expense of your plans. But why would you take that risk? There's no room for ifs and maybes now. The people of Aetheris will escape here to the moon. They'll be safe, and we'll finally get to see all the happy, smiling faces. I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave. We just can't. Do what you must, but try not to hurt them. I'll be back in a moment. Don't do anything rash while I'm gone.
I am Heidelin's champion. You should feel afraid.
If we dally, they'll overwhelm us with sheer numbers. I say we knock these ones out, split up, and make our way to the exit. Agreed. Let us reconvene where Argos waits outside. They could send hundreds, and I would mop the floor. I'm just saying, these people underestimate the true power of my might. The Thornton fight really put a chip on my shoulder. I will not lie to you. That fight made me feel like an absolute god among men, and it's never left my head. I just consider myself better. Blah. We need reinforcements. I mean, how do you not feel? Ow, that hurt. How do you not feel like an absolute beast when like 13 primals fear you and you kill all of them by yourself canonically? By yourself, canonically. You take all 13 of them down and Thornton's like, what are you? It's just like, bro. Please come quietly. Sorry, bro. But I can't do that. Love the spell name. Fire engines. Carrot and ruin. It's like Fire and Brimstone and Chaos and Ruin. Oh, yeah. Hello. I'm gonna run you over. I forgot the gloves. I can't do that. The last bit of my pure style. Yikes. Those don't look good. I can't ignore that. I have to dive these. They must be fixed. Oh, they got like that purple. Beautiful. Good, you're here. You must hurry back to the Watcher's Palace and find Orion J.
And what, pray tell, do we seek at the Watcher's Palace?
We're here. The time has come for you to return to Atheris and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
Forgive me, Living Way, but I cannot in good conscience proceed with this plan.
Huh? But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to hurry before it's too late!
Your unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least.
Oh, bugger!
Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I. How could we, having come to understand your purpose? For millennia, you and yours worked tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction. An arduous feat by any measure. It is clear you have spared no effort. Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
Our names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self, a declaration of one's hopes and aspirations. Your use of contemporary, uncomplicated nomenclature doth ensure clarity of purpose. There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Aetheris is boundless and pure.
Yes! Yes! A most mellifluous phrasing! We Loperids were born of Hydalen's love for Aetheris. That shining, shimmering blue jewel, brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities. For as long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed.
Is that the voice actor for
All I've ever
Numo?
wanted was to meet
Or like the
those
one
she
Numo we knew?
cherished so dearly,
Forgot
to
his
serve
name.
and
Her
serve
name.
well. That goes for all of us. Don't you see? So help us. Help us help them. Lead them here where we can keep them safe. If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
Your works want not for repair. Yet there remaineth much for you to learn of men, and your own kin besides. Singing Way, thy name bespeaketh more than the simple marriage of rhythm and rhyme. The songs of Aetheris are beyond counting, and span the length and breadth of emotion. Maps are monuments to man's pioneering spirit and his devotion to charting the furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers. And thou, my friend, I do not think we've met.
My name is Puddingway.
Puddingway? Yes, indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure. But one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than tasteless words. A judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate. And Living Way. 'Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, A dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of my own.
Moon Britta.
What does
you
it
said Moon
mean
Britta. I've always thought it was
to
Moon
live?
Britta, but mix them up.
After much contemplation, she proffered this answer. The anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson. The wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
I want to understand, but
I, too, still labor to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. For thee.
What's that?
Ink as blue as the waters of Aetheris. Made in haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it. The people need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course. Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Living Way's compendium. An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovations. But more importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
I hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
There you have it. I shall remain with the Loporrits to ensure that all is in order.
Like for good?
Though we must needs prepare for every eventuality, you would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort. To accept failure is to accept the demise not only of our star, but that of Reen's, of all reflections, and the souls that call them home. Which is why I have every faith that you shall fight to the last, that such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
Should the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't, I'll take comfort in knowing preparations were made under your watchful eye.
Aye, thou mayest be assured that if calamity cometh, not a soul will be left behind, if being the operative term.
Color of Hope. Island gave it to me, or told me to take it. Help us.
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
Think nothing of it. We haven't been the most gracious of guests. Do convey our apologies to Growing Way and the others.
But of course! And when next we welcome more guests from Aetheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts. Going back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactors.
Charlian.
Agreed. The Charlian Forum, yes?
Okay, thank God. Sometimes it feels like they're stupid, but they're clearly
How
not.
did you know?
The more I heard, the more obvious it became. The Forum's aims align closely with those of your anonymous patrons. A telling coincidence would be an understatement. Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans.
Excuse me.
But let us continue this discussion upon our return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
Well, this is kind of sad. Because, I mean, now Urion J's not really going to be in the story much from now on. But I will say, well, I mean, I imagine he'll still be involved, but like, I can't imagine he's going to be around as much for the rest of the set of quests. But again, like I was going to say just a second ago, this was a very good way for me to get me to like this arc a bit more. Is through Urion J. He is probably the only person that could have made me enjoy this arc more. Because I'll be perfectly honest, after the Zodiac thing, this entire section is interesting, but I didn't like it too much. That took it from a like to like, it was good, but it's probably will continue to be my least favorite part of Endwalker is this little section. 'Twas a relief to see a living way was pleased with my gift of ink. To serve and serve well, though the knowledge may be lacking. The boundless love is a blessing without peer. It will be no easy task to prepare them for what must needs be done, but gladly do I embrace this duty, even if it doth necessitate that we part ways for a time. Forgive me my absence, but I have the utmost faith in you, and all our fellow scions. When next I return to Etheirys, I pray I find you all in good health and good spirits. Her excursion on the moon concluded, Y'shtola is keen to return to Etheirys. If the law operates in Urion J's capable hands, we would needn't worry about our affairs here in our absence. Knowing now the face of the earthly collaborators, there is much to discuss with Alphino and the others. Let us return to the Tower of Babel. Our battle for the star will soon begin in earnest, and we must be prepared. I have a feeling I can't wait for like us to I cannot wait for us to meet with the forum. They're like, what did we say about snooping around? You think you guys know? We know you're just sending stuff to a bunch of rabbits on the moon. Well. You see. Gods, I can scarcely believe we went to the moon and back. But we'll have time to reflect on that later. Right now, we need to head back to Camp Broken Glass to deliver a thoroughly detailed report to Lucia. I'd like very much to know how everyone's getting on here as well. They'd only just begun to treat the tempered prisoners when we left. I share your curiosity, but warning our allies of the final days is of greater importance. I speak not only of the contingent, of course. The heads of every state, of every nation, must know what we have learned. We know not when or where or in what manner the final days will begin to manifest, and so you must see that everyone is prepared. Agreed. Though we may wish to stress the importance of discretion, lest the public be sent into a panic. Not that anyone is in a position of responsibility should need to be told as much, but it bears repeating. Anyway, first things first, to Camp Broken Glass. I honestly wonder how the public would react. I feel like in time of crises, in this world and day and age, when it gets like really bad for us, most of the time people are like, that was horrible. Whatever. I got PTSD, I guess. I feel like that's that's the vibe I get from a lot of people who've experienced really awful things. It's like, you know, life. How do we explain this? We'll see. We'll see how this goes. It's good to see you all again. No worse for your lunar adventure, I hope. We've done what we can for now, and believe me, we intend to tell you all about it. But before we do, might you tell us what's become of Garlemald in our absence? We succeeded in subduing the Tempered inside the Tower of Babel. We took many alive, but combined with those who are already in our custody, the number requiring care has grown exponentially. The inclement conditions here have made it difficult, if not impossible, to treat them all here, and so we have petitioned the aid of allied nations. Some are understandably hesitant to proffer assistance, particularly those that were but recently subject to imperial occupation. That said, several others have agreed to grant them refuge for treatment. With the assistance of your fellow scions, we endeavor to see them safely transported and subsequently cured of their tempering. Will all the Tempered be relocated? Not all, no. We have sufficient shelter to attend to those whose treatment has begun, and enough healers have volunteered to remain until their patients have recovered. Eulis is one such patient, though he is not yet fit to receive visitors. Truth be told, it was a miracle he and those in his company were not harmed in the chaos. If not for Alphino and Alice's timely assistance, I dare say none of them would have been with us today. In light of recent developments, have the Alliance leaders come to any decisions regarding Garlemald? Given the tremendous ramifications of what has happened here, it will take time to determine what must be done. In the meantime, they intend to work with the Eastern Alliance to keep a close watch over the provinces. We have other news to share. Shortly after Anima was defeated, we received reports that each and every tower has vanished. For a mercy, the process was apparently not quite as violent as that you experienced in Thavnair. Those who were trapped within them have been rescued and are receiving treatment. To hasten this endeavor, the beast tribes have received instruction in the magics needed to cure tempering. Master Matoya is no doubt thrilled the mother Porksy affords her so many visitors. Yes, we are grateful for her ongoing efforts, as well as those of our comrades near and far. As for the contingent, several of our members have been granted leave to return to their homelands after the transfer of Tempered has been completed. Lucia and I will remain, along with a small force to continue offering aid to those here in Garlemald. The Empire may be no more, but there are yet those who call these lands home. I believe that accounts for recent events here, so, what of the moon and the Telophoroi? Yeah, you got an hour or two for me to explain this. Oh boy. The final days. Gods, I prayed your victory would mark the end of our troubles. There is still much we do not know, but the Alliance leaders must be told. Would you be willing to contact them in our stead? Yes, of course, I will send word forthwith. We'll also release your fellow scions from their present duties, that they may return to Charlian. Your energies are better spent finding a means to avert the coming apocalypse. Speaking of your fellow scions, you'll be happy to hear that Mistress Kryl, though still on the mend, has been moved to the Baldessian Annex and given into Tataru's care. Thank you. I look forward to seeing them both upon our return. Let us be on our way then. I need to start breathing more. One last thing, if I may. After your confrontation with Zodiac, you said Xenos took his leave, and in all likelihood he has returned here to Garlemald. I have a mind to dispatch scouts to try and ascertain his whereabouts, but first wish to ask if you believe there is merit in doing so. You're expecting to find destruction? You won't? Because he's obsessed with moi. Aye, you are the only foe he considers worthy. And even if my men found him, who but you could even hope to bring low that monster? Pray forget I entertain the notion. While on the subject of Xenos, the 10th Legion has made an official proclamation. They denounce the Crown Prince and condemn his role in the Empire's downfall. His very title has become a source of shame among his former subjects, and its continued use serves only to hinder relations with foreign nations. For this reason, he has been declared as Xenos Viator Galvis, outcast and enemy of Garlemald. Van Daniel is no more, and now his own people turn against him. It seems he's not but his bloodlust to keep him company. Better that than an army to see it sated. At any rate, I will not keep you any longer. I pray you safe passage back to Charlian. It's very hard to talk right now. I'm hearing my own voice in my ear. I don't know if it's like stopped up or something. Where am I going? Aw, yeah. Another 1,000 gil, baby. Let's go. That just crossed my mind. Which is alright. Whew. Hello, Cryle. Welcome back, Moa Metal. We were so terribly worried about you. Though it is plain I have caused my own fair share of worry, and for that I apologize. Hydaelyn called to me that day when you entered the Tower of Babel. Her pleas were faint but desperate, and I knew at once she required a vessel to carry out her will. Good lord. What came after feels like a dream barely remembered, my body flowing through the life stream towards Garlemald. When I regained consciousness, I was all aches and frostbite, exhausted of ether. So exhausted, in fact, I could only laugh, for it was in that moment I understood Raha's weariness from the Tower of Zot. Would that I could laugh at a time like this. Though we prevented Zodiac from being unleashed upon the world, I am curious to know what else took place there on the moon. Ah. Perhaps we should wait for the others to join us before you give your account. Let us reconvene in the main hall once they've arrived. Hey Chris, you're like a 20-minute drive. Do you want the rest of this pizza? You'd have to reheat Little Caesars. It's like 3 slices. Sorry to have kept you all waiting. Not at all. We understand you've been quite busy. No thanks. Your loss. Will Riache be joining us? Duty keeps him away, I'm afraid. Though Moa Metal can explain why better than I. So are these rabbit people, and Zodiac was like the reason the world was safe, and I killed him because Van Daniel's true plan was to jump in there. Xenos walked off. And they failed at building, the Charlian was sending them stuff. It was wild. Ariane's helping them out. Oh, the final days, yeah. The final days, as befell Omerat. And we are to escape via the moon. What are the source and its reflections? I have no intention of standing by while the world falls to ruin. So, how do we stop this? Unfortunately, we have no answers at present. If the celestial currents have grown stagnant, as was the case in the time of Omerat, the solution would be to alter the flow of ether throughout the entirety of the star. The ancients accomplished this by summoning Zodiac, sacrificing half the star's population in the doing. but it should go without saying that such a sacrifice cannot be repeated. Which leaves us with the daunting task of identifying the underlying catalyst for the final days, a feat which even the Amarantines could not accomplish. Unfortunately, we found no clues in Mare Lamentorum. There is still so much we do not know about the catastrophe itself, let alone what may have caused it. The final days were marked by the corruption of the Amarantines' creation magics, but we command no such power, which invites the question, what havoc is in store for us? If we knew that much, perhaps we could draw some parallel with the events of the past, and thereby form some semblance of a plan. Perhaps we should start with the Forum, then. Having worked with the Loperates in secret all this time, there is surely more they can tell us.
Forgive the interruption, but I have urgent news. The Forum is holding a public assembly in the plaza outside. Some sort of announcement.
What is Father up to now? There's only one way to find out. Oh boy. Oh goody. Let's go. The theme of bad stuff. Oh wow, it's just the entire forum. It's not like one speaker. That's impressive.
Order! Order, I say!
Oh.
I thank you all for gathering here on such short notice. This day we must speak of grave affairs and their implications for the future of Sharlayan, nay, of this very star. Said affairs concern all citizens, and so we have called for a public assembly.
They're somehow going to turn this on us. They're going to be like, they killed
You may
Zodiark.
have heard rumors of the Telophoroi,
Or maybe
and the
not. I don't know.
havoc
They
these
might not know.
madmen wreak abroad. Under normal circumstances, we would pay little heed to petty disturbances outside our borders. The final days, however, are another matter altogether. For we dare not ignore these prophetic words of Eld. The End-Bearers will come, ushering chaos and calamity. The final days descend and devour the very star.
I've never heard this prophecy.
Is it true? Will all that really happen?
Calm yourselves. The time has come to speak of the Forum's most sacred duties. But first...
You have proof?
Give voice to the voiceless. Let bindings be unbound. By unanimous decree, I declare the enchantment broken.
Master Leveilleur, if you would.
Very well. "270 years ago, our forebears began an expedition in the Dravanian hinterlands, in search of a route to access the ethereal sea. This much is public knowledge. Their findings, however, would become the Forum's most closely guarded secret. What those researchers discovered in the hinterlands was not a passage unto the ethereal sea, but the very heart of our star, and Hydaelyn herself. She spoke to them of a calamity that would extinguish all life, and of a means by which we might be spared. The moon. 'Tis in truth a gargantuan vessel built to serve as sanctuary for her children and deliver them from this doom. Much like Njunkref's hope in ages past, it will bear the people of a world in the throes of death to a new home.
Needless to say, this will be no small undertaking. To facilitate the great work, the Forum has maintained close contact with the servants of Hydaelyn, who presently reside on the moon. Convinced that the foretold end was all but inevitable, we began amassing a wealth of knowledge, not merely for the betterment of our nation, but in preparation for the journey to come.
You reveal this to us now? By the gods, how long do we have?
While we cannot say with certainty, we believe the hour to be nigh. We received a transmission from the moon suggesting as much not long ago. Which is why we must in earnest begin preparations for the great exodus. For his impressive contributions and the leadership he demonstrated during our withdrawal from Dravania, we have elected Master Leveilleur to oversee this initiative.
Fellow scribes and scholars, my countrymen, we face a threat of unprecedented scale. We must challenge the trials before us with composure and conviction if we are to find salvation. The wisdom of Sharlayan has ever been a shining beacon in the darkness, and so it shall continue to be. It is our solemn charge to see our heritage preserved for future generations. For those who will come after, we will brave a new frontier.
Administrative edicts will be relayed to all major institutions ere long. In the meantime, carry on with your duties. With that, I hereby call this assembly to a close.
Okay, cool. Because you're ahead of this project, you are one of the few who doesn't have to wear a silly hat. It's part of the forum. Congratulations, Master Leveilleur.
Do you remember what Mother told us when we visited home? That it wasn't until after we were born that Father seemed to lose himself in his work. If that great work of his was the evacuation of this star, then...
He did it for you?
Yes. It wasn't for his benefit.
Noob. Of course he's a good guy. He's just an idiot. That's people.
Would you mind waiting here a moment? I wish to speak with Father before we leave.
You got it, buddy. Take your time. And sock him in the jaw for a second, please.
Thank you. I shan't be long.
Just because you're trying to protect your kids doesn't mean you get to be a jerk of a
If it's all
dad.
the same to you, I have a few choice words to share with Father as well.
Yeah, get him. Sock him on the other side of his jaw. Turn the other cheek, as they say.
So, come to call us cowards and bid us join your fruitless battle against the inevitable.
No, we've already been to the moon.
Nay, we do not object to the Forum's proposal. On the contrary, those who wish to flee have every right to do so. Urianger is cooperating with your associates on the moon to ensure that all is ready should evacuation be our only recourse.
We're like 2 steps ahead of you, idiot.
Then whatever your business, I suggest you be brief.
Though we cannot boast the boundless wisdom of Charlian, we have first-hand knowledge of foreign cultures and have conversed with no small number of peoples. These experiences have taught us fundamental truths that cannot be recorded in any tome, nor charted on any map. The beating heart of this planet is its people, many of whom would give anything, even their lives, to protect the lands they love. Many may choose to join you in the end. But what of those unwilling or unable, for whom escape will never be an option? What would you have them do? To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, Father. It is indolence. This is why we choose to fight.
We'll not ask for your understanding, Father. Only that you don't turn a blind eye to the good we have done. That we can still do. We're not children in need of protection. Hold fast to your principles and let the world burn if it please. But we believe there is still another way. And if there is, we will find it. You see if we don't.
Do as you will. Just stay out of our way.
Were he not so consumed with self-righteousness, he might tell you how proud he is of you both.
Bold words call for bold action. And there'll be no turning to your father should plans go awry.
As if
Oh shoot, the dogs have been outside for so long!
Stay and fight for this star. We have to do what we can to help them.
Look outside for a second. It's not like it's cold. But it's been like 2 hours.
And if we're to do that,
uh-oh,
we need to be well rested.
My sister's gonna kill me one of these days. Watching her dogs.
Triumphed over what we once thought to be the
when she
source
comes
of
back
all
from her
evil.
year-long trip.
I can think of no one in greater need of at least a dozen winks.
I don't think
Shall
Zodiac
we
is
then?
Source of all
To the
evil.
annex, to prepare for tomorrow.
It's gotta be the Cloud of Darkness. That's gotta be who the final day's cause is. I'm gonna let my dogs back in as well. Dear God. Streaming be like. do that. Okay. Don't fall down the stairs. Oh. I've been hit. I've been hit in the side. Oh god, oh, she's licking my arm. Ugh. There was nose. There's snot on my arm. Jesus. Dogs be like. Okay, anyway. Why? Oh, watch out for the cord, watch out for the cord. Now be careful. Don't choke yourself. Don't lick my elbow, please. Stop licking my elbow. Use free teleportation within the city? Haha, no, I think I will forget to do that. Cryle tells me the Forum made a rather momentous announcements. So, there's to be a great exodus, is there? I'm reminded of my narrow escape from the Isle of Val. The realization, the running, the mixture of relief and regrets after... Why me? I ask myself, why me? Why us? Why now? Why wonder? There's no use fretting over the cosmic morality or lack thereof. We're here, and we'll get through this together. And who knows, maybe with luck, maybe my luck will rub off and grant everyone a narrow escape. There's no harm in praying for as much. Oh, but enough of my rambling. I'm sure you're exhausted. Your chamber awaits. Why, thank you. Now I have a hat. Okay, yeah, should be fine. Visitors come knocking on your door, whoever could it be? Well, it's none of them. Oh boy. Well, Kryle's on this list. Kryle is connected to Heidelin. It's whoever I picked it to be?
Ah, I hope I didn't wake you.
Okay, what?
I pray you will forgive the unannounced visit, but I wish to speak with you before retiring for the night.
Huh? Okay.
About Garlemald, and the time we spent with the people of Tertium. Dangerous though it was, I'm glad we had the opportunity to treat with Eulus and Quintus. I was worried what might happen after we were collared. If they attempted to restrain you too. If they succeeded. Once more, I put you in harm's way. And for that, I must apologize.
What is happening? What was that audio?
Or rather, I should thank you. For trusting in me time and time again. After all our journeys together, I dare say I've used every expression imaginable to convey to you my gratitude. Nevertheless, I hope these words of mine still carry some small weight. Tomorrow, our fight continues. Mayhap it would have been better to seek you out after we have true cause for celebration. But having mustered the courage to stand up to Father, and achieve a personal victory of sorts, I wanted to carry on in that spirit before my nerves got the better of me. The hour grows late, and you doubtless tire of my ramblings.
I'm so
I have
suspicious.
a letter for Orenvold to finish, but we'll be off to bed shortly. Sleep well.
Okay. Is this a normal conversation, or? Why did I feel so sus about that scene? Short while earlier in the Alamegan Quarter. Oh, good. Alamigo. Always really good stuff happens.
Thank the gods that tower is gone. The sight of it was enough to make me sick.
Thank the Ilsabar contingent, more like. Word is, they fought their way into Garlemald and toppled the bloody thing themselves. Not just the one, neither. All the towers have up and vanished.
Aye, I heard the same. Commander Aldin and his troops helped keep casualties to a minimum, too. But is it true they brought back tempered Garlean soldiers?
As Commander Aldin tells it, they've a treatment for that now. But don't you worry. Cured or not, they've no plans to bring them into the city proper.
I see. Well, that's a relief then. I know we've brothers and sisters among the lot, but I can't say I'm eager to welcome them home.
Wanted to think about it for a while yet. They're to be looked after in Alagana for the time being.
Who are you? I'm sorry? My... What in the world? Is that as far down as this goes? There's no way. Oh, hey.
Another day, another commission of paramount importance.
Yeah.
Oh, what have we here?
What is happening?
Are you all right?
Oh, no.
Was that? No. The shadows play tricks, nothing more.
It is cloudy here. Big sauce.
The towers are gone, and the Garlean threat is abated. And yet, why does it feel as though it's about to get much, much worse?
What? What? Huh? What?
What does that mean? What does it mean? Oh god. Oh, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Oh, Metal, I was just about to call for you. I'm afraid we've received another call for assistance. This one comes from Rods at Han. The others have assembled in the main hall to discuss the situation. You must join them at once. Bro, what is happening, dude? What is going on? I'm so stressed. Ah, there you are. Our worst fears have come to pass, but moments ago we received grim tidings from our contact in Rods at Han. Vile beasts have appeared as if out of nowhere, claiming one victim after the next. What's more, they say the very sky burns above them. Good gods, are the final days already upon us? It appears so. Sadly, that is all the information we have at present. No doubt the people of Rods at Han are busy fighting for their lives. Then we must go at once. They need our help. Agreed. Kryl, you'd best remain here with Tataru and gather what knowledge you can. You're in no condition for a long journey, I imagine. Very well. Similar phenomena may have been observed elsewhere, and if so, we must know about it at once. Why are characters' models are glitching every once in a while? Be safe out there, yes? Let us make first for Yelamad. We must prepare ourselves for what may lie ahead. Oh, God. Oh, why? Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm stressing, brother. We'll try to do a really long stream Friday so we can wrap the story up. Hopefully, well, the only problem with that is Friday's Christmas Eve. I didn't think about that. Did not cross my mind. I mean, whatever.
And lo, vile beasts did rise. Leaving naught in their wake but blood and ash. Sun scorches earth and boils seas. And our sins ascend unto the heavens. Three dooms to unmake all we were.
Oh my God.
The sky burns. The final days are truly upon us.
My friends, I trust you have heard the news.
We have. What can you tell us of the situation, Your Excellency?
Last night, the Isle was rocked by tremors, and the earth itself cried out.
Aloft, the heavens began to burn. From all about, unholy beasts, the likes of which we had never seen, came forth in fury and rage. No. To say they came forth would be inexact. The people of Radzat-Han themselves transformed into these baleful fiends.
Huh?
Though the phenomenon was observed throughout our lands, the first creature, the largest and most dreadful of the lot, wrought havoc upon us here in our fair city. Though they bear superficial resemblance to divinities of legend, they are ungodly abominations. The people decry them as blasphemies. The Large One's rampage has since taken it to the northern reaches of the island. I mean to dispatch our radiant host in an attempt to quell the threat.
And what of Vritra?
Vritra too makes for the north of his own accord, and yet he knows the blasphemy and its minions were but yesterday his beloved people. I pray his boundless compassion and mercy does not deter him from taking unenviable but necessary action.
Understood. I ask that you allow us to aid you in quelling this threat.
You would risk your lives to help us yet again? I have no words to express my gratitude. Our regiments approach the north from several directions, with a number of units set to depart from the docks of Yedlimad. They will make landfall in an area of dense jungle, where one can expect to encounter dangers even beyond the fell beasts we hunt. I leave you to your preparation. You will find me at the docks when you are ready to depart.
We're as prepared as we'll ever be. Let's go.
Everyone has assembled, yes? I thank you for lending us your aid in our battle against the blasphemy. Let us review our plan of attack. I would have you board this boat and circle around to the north side of the island. There you will find a dense jungle we call Vanaspati. It is a sacred wood, home to many temples and a number of villages. Vritra and the Radiant Host have gone there ahead of us. I ask that you join them, and do all in your power to destroy this blasphemy. Christopher, would you like to join me for this dungeon? Or are you in the middle of a raid? You're in a raid? That is unfortunate. That is alright. Wish me luck then, my friend. I'm gonna try and ace this first try. No death run! Okay, wait time's not bad though. I'm still very curious to see like what the actual danger ends up being later on. I imagine that it's quite possibly the Cloud of Darkness from the Crystal Tower raids. However, I don't know that for certain. Oh man, this story went from like 0 to a 10, and then went back down to like a 1, and then just now hit 100. It has gotten a little wild, will not lie. Bet this. I don't know why I do that. I just get sprayed. A little mist all over my glasses. Well. What are these guys talking about? I want their dialogue to so badly just be like about nothing important. The sky is burning. We need to organize a town-wide evacuation. Surely we shouldn't just stay here. No, they're pretty focused on what's important. Oh, my average wait time went up to 10 minutes. Yikes. It's alright, I gotta back up. Oh. Never mind. Back in it. Come on. Thank you. Here we go. Yikes, brother. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Paladin. I don't know what the other two are. Off under here first. Hello. That thing is shining. Oh, it's pretty good.
These are children of Statman. Forgive me. I could do them no
I don't blame you, dude. I can't believe I'm just gonna kill a bunch of people right now, but I don't really have too much of a choice, unfortunately. I don't know. Turn back, man.
If this is the only way.
Well, we don't have another one right now.
Pray continue onward.
Oh my goodness, they're way bigger than they looked in the trailer. Holy crap. Terminus Idolizer? Terminus Pursuer? I've seen Terminus used before. Well, I guess it was just in the Amurat dungeon. We might need Sid and Nero. Latin for end. Oh man. Oh. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm gonna hit by that. I was getting greedy. Kinda deserved. I believe I missed it. But here we are. Let's go. Slain.
Vile presence I sense. The horde draweth near. Be on your guard.
Oh my goodness, look at all of those. Oh. Whoa. This is awful. How much is this gonna spread? Like, is this gonna be consistently just everywhere? Like, if we even take care of it, the big beast here, is that gonna clear it up, or is this gonna be like a temporary fix? It's gotta be temporary. If the ancients couldn't, like, fend it off, there's no one. Loss of hope transforms them. Oh, good. I'm so glad I was able to bear witness to that. That makes me. Oh no! Reacher's gonna lose hope! No! Reacher's gonna lose hope and turn into a we're gonna have to fight Reacher, dude! My brain just is like, wait a second. There is only one way this can go from bad to worse. What was the catalyst for this? Does it just attack here first because the current is weakest, or like? Let's go. More stuff for days. blow up afterwards, or? Or do I need to get in there? I don't know. I didn't get in there in time. That sucks. Guess I need to stay still a second longer. I feel like good heals and stuff all around. There you go. I don't know which one. Wow. More pugilist stuff? Let's go, dude. I'm getting decked out. Or monk stuff, not pugilist. Wow. Funny little blue man. God, those pants. I'll worry about it later. Actually, no, I'm gonna worry about that now. There's cutscenes coming up. Or the ones I just had on. Those. You fought some stuff akin to this. Oh. Not fine. I didn't use any super strenuous abilities. Everything's fine. Crisis averted. There's no way that's not Retra. There's no way that's not Retra. Blasphemy. Blasphemy, Svar Bomb. It might not be Retra, it's not exactly the exact similar body, but neither were the elephant people into giant demons with a dad bod. You know what I'm saying? Starting off with flames. Okay. I love to see it. Wait. What do I do? Did I hit anybody else with that? I think I'm doing it right. I really couldn't tell you. I'm simply guessing, but I still don't fully understand the mechanic that's happening here. Okay, down the middle for sure. Hey, yo, bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet. What you doing? Watch your jet. Okay, we go here. We go here. We go on the top. Easy, easy enough. 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 Okay, I got it wrong that time. Oh no, my no death run! Oh. Oh. Oh well. Almost. We were almost there. I could only guess for so long what was happening. You know? almost know to the front. I think I know what I did wrong there. I think it's like opposite color, I guess, for whoever has it. Maybe? Like one person gets to know what color it's supposed to be, and you can kind of see it. I also wasn't looking at the move names like I normally do. So I have literally no idea. I think I got it right. I hope that wasn't Reacher, dude. I mean, things are transforming into things, and, you know, there's a dragon. I mean... Oh, there's only one person, but... Oh. Oh! Wow! I got all the stuffs. Get everybody else. Got nearly a full set of gear.
As I feared.
What is it?
That was Reacher.
The beast was there, and now it is no more. Yes?
Indeed. We saw it plain. But you didn't, did you?
I saw nothing. Not the blasphemy that perished here, nor the other men turned beasts. And because of this, I now see all too well. There is no ether. Where the creatures should be, I saw naught but emptiness.
Emptiness? But that would mean...
Recall the words of the Watcher. 'Twas a stagnancy of ether, a cessation of flow, leading to decay and absence, that led the ancients to conclude their star was dying. This is the same phenomenon. The instant these people are seized by the transformation, their ether begins to rot and crumble away like dried mud. Until, from their corporeal forms to their very souls, naught remains.
But the beast spoke with its dying breath. Surely at least a sliver of the man it was endured.
Mayhaps so. But even if the process was incomplete, it was little more than a faint residue.
Gods be good. You're saying they cannot be saved?
Not by any means known to me. Or by any means at all, like as not. For there is naught left to save.
They return not even to the ethereal sea.
So I was just thinking. They don't even go back to be reborn. Good lord.
The beasts rage on, their hunger insatiable. Even deprived of their master, they perpetuate his legacy of hate. Once proud sons and daughters of Thavnir, all of them, and now I spill their blood.
Vitra, my friends, I am heartened to see you safe.
You put your secret at risk.
Those closest to me already know the truth. A truth I must now share with one and all. Vitra, calamity has come to Radzatan. Our fair nation is rent by screams of pain and despair. More than ever, We require a strong leader to shepherd us through the storm. Reveal your true self to our people, Vitra, and guide us to salvation.
What madness is this, I One? Thou dost forget thyself. Were we to reveal our duplicity, it would do naught but foster confusion and chaos. Nay, I shall remain the Satrap's loyal ally, and do battle with the beasts. Easing hearts and leading the people to safety is thy task, and thine alone. I ask that you remain at Ahewan's side, and render unto him what aid you may. I know not what lies ahead, but without you, Rad-Zetan will not survive.
Take me with you. I am as at home fighting in the air as I am on land. Take me with you.
Were my words unclear? I require no assistance. Thy place is at Ahewan's side.
Estinian, here. It's the last thing you ever wanted. A link pearl. We'd gain much from knowing your elevated perspective. And it'll keep you from getting lonely, which I know you loathe.
You heard the man. Seems I'm coming with you after all.
Then I pray thy grip is iron. Be it on thy head if thou dost chance to fall.
Fair enough. Now, shall we?
Here they go. Just like the trailer.
I fear it is as Vitra says. We will not survive this on our own. While I am loath to impose upon you again.
I would insist if you did not. 'Tis the very reason we have come.
Then once more I find myself without words to thank you properly. Let us return to the capital and plan our next course of action.
Our radiant host has eliminated the immediate threat to the city, though it pains me to know those beasts were once my own people. There is no telling when or where the next transformation might occur. We must remain vigilant and steel ourselves for whatever is yet to come. Silver? I like yellow though. I mean, I enter von spawn. Yeah. Blasphemy Unmasked. What time is it? 5:28. I can't stay up too late tonight. Oh, I can't stay up too late any night. Well, nowhere in Endwalker is a good stopping place. As I've learned so far, like the very beginning, It's a good stopping place, and no part after it has been a good stopping place in the slightest. They've all been horrible stopping places. Yes, incredible. I'm more powerful than I've ever been. Let's go. Make a new play with that other outfit at some point. I think it'd be a good upgraded outfit for me right before the last quest for sure. Yeah, I need to go out and get some stuff from the store anyway, and I need to go to bed at like 6 to 7. It is 5:30. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Next we meet, it will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. to continue the story. We have more of Rods at Han to go. Taking care of the blasphemy in this section of the world. Who knows what's going to happen next? I mean, legitimately, things could probably only get worse from here. So, yeah. We'll see how this goes. There's an anxiety within me that is like true fear for what's gonna happen. I mean, anyone could die at any point in time. Anyone could get corrupted. Any of these characters. See, that's the thing, is like, at least from my perspective, it looks like anytime they lost hope or were like way too frightened and like they just couldn't control their emotions anymore, that's when their ether was like latched onto, drained away, and they were turned into monsters. I was convinced Freecher would turn because he would feel despair for all of his people. And he still might. Who knows? Arion J has gotten the pass of a lifetime. he's gotten a level. He's got a like a first level plot armor pass. So that way he's fine. He's up. I don't have to worry about Arion J. He's the only one on the list I'm not worried about. Estinian is in more danger than any of us now, but he'll be fine, I think. I'm still worried about Thancred. Thancred's come like this close to being dead so many times. Y'shtola, I don't know if they have the balls to kill her character. I feel like they would be far, far too scared to ever do something like that. So. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow, 2 o'clock on this channel. And hopefully we get some answers about the blasphemy. It's titled The Blasphemy Unmasked. They've tried to kill her too many times. Yeah, she must simply be immortal. Y'shtola is a being beyond comprehension. I don't know. I mean, I know also, I wish he hadn't said this. I know that Yoshi P said that, like, he shouldn't be too worried about characters dying in the Endwalker story. He's like, I wouldn't worry about that too much. I got more stories to tell. And I wish he hadn't said that, because, like, even if that's true, like, I'm not going to care. Like, I'm going to be like, oh, none of them died. Awesome. Like, but for you to tell me, like, oh, don't worry about it, like, maybe it's a bait. I don't know. I haven't finished the story. Maybe it's a bait and someone's dead by the end of the story. But also, like... Oh, I never changed my title. Whoops. But also, like... I don't want to know that they live. I thought he said no one was off limits. He did, but there was a post before Endwalker came out where he said, he specifically said, don't worry too much about anyone dying. I could have sworn. Let's see, Endwalker, well, I don't want to search things. I don't want to search things now that the game's come out. But I remember reading an article. I mean, you can look it up if you want to. I'm going to avoid searching anything about Endwalker. So, you never know. But I remember reading the article before the DLC came out that Yoshi P was like, don't worry too much about anyone dying in Endwalker. And I don't know if he was messing around or if they got the translation wrong. I don't know if he said it in English or Japanese. Who knows? Who knows what he meant or was trying to pull? But like, I didn't. When I read that, I was like, well, we'll need to a false sense of security, I guess. Hold on. There. Now it's near perfect. Perfect formation, guys. Let's go. Let's see. Do I have any announcements? I will say there's a chance that Friday I won't stream. There's a chance. I want to do a longer stream, but it's Christmas Eve. The computer stuff's here. I'm going to be spending time with family at another location. So it would be rude to bring my laptop and set that up. So Friday, and I was going to say, let's do a backup stream on Saturday. That's Christmas Day. So that doesn't really work either. We'll see what happens with the streams this week. I hate not doing a full week of streams. I haven't done a single full week of streams yet. And by that I mean my schedule, like Tuesday to Friday. So. I mean, it's just going to be Wednesday and Thursday at this point, Chris. I think. And then Wednesday and Thursday won't even be long, probably. I might have to put off Endwalker story in general, because I want a longer stream, because things are getting a little hectic. And this week I still got to do, there's a lot of stuff I got to take care of, and I still got to finish some Christmas shopping. Yeah, one full week of streams is definitely my New Year's resolution. What's a good, I mean, I think next week I'll be fine. Yeah, next week I'm going to be fine. Next week's going to be interesting, that's for sure. Because next week, I might be working on Saturday as well. Because that's the first day that the new newscast for the job I'm working at, it's a local news channel, they are starting on January 1st. So, and that's going to be an evening newscast, which is going to suck. So, for me to go in for it, I'm not exactly hyped to do 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. shifts 5 days that week, and then they want like all hands on deck for the first go through, and it's a weekend shift, and they're pulling me on a day that I'm not supposed to be there, and in the evening, I don't want to do that, but that might end up happening. I'm not exactly excited about that. We'll see. I don't know. Life is life, I guess. But that doesn't interrupt my streaming, though. So next week I should be able to get a full week of streams in. So look forward to that. I think next week will be when I finish up the story. Well, hold on. What level is this quest? 85, right? Yeah. Chris, how many hours would you say I have left in the story? If you had to take a dart throw estimate, about how many hours? See, I could get about 3 to 4 hours of streaming in Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. And then I can do I can get in nearly 9 to 10 hours of streaming on Friday for a total of 20-ish hours, probably. I could probably get it done. I imagine by Thursday evening I'd be on, the last 3 quests are 2 hours. Yeah, I imagine as much. I think I could get it done next week. I just don't want to do short streams this week because all the Christmas shopping and stuff going on that I gotta do. And then I'd say you have another 15 to 20-ish hours. Yeah, I just don't want to do any short streams this week. And then this is already a bad enough stopping point, so I'm trying to avoid stopping in yet another bad spot where I'm in this awkward position of well, the story is kind of hitting a peak, and I'm just cutting off stream, and that's weird. I'd say if I'm able to get it done next week, I probably will. Maybe what I'll do is I'll stream on Monday as well. I'm gonna stream tomorrow and Thursday, but I just don't know if I'm gonna stream story. I might play a different game. Might be a good idea to do that. I haven't really varietized myself too much. Excuse me. Call it a cliffhanger. Fair enough. I'm gonna go ahead and change my title to what I'm gonna want it to be. Something simplistic, but eye-catching. That should be good. Fair enough. Chris, you have good sage advice on streaming. I appreciate that. Well, I'm gonna call it here. I need to go and save my other stream anyway and make sure that I don't lose it forever because it's on limited time for me to make sure that it doesn't just get wiped from my VOD history. There's a way to save it onto the Twitch channel. I need to go do that so I can edit it later. So I need to do it now before I forget. And then I need to go shopping. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Come back tomorrow, probably a different game. We'll play some Overwatch or some Valorant. Maybe some Apex. Well, if Apex would work. Well, we'll see what I find. But, yeah. Have a good night. See ya.